Yeah, we'll make some room for that when we have the time. I want to continue talking about the Broncos, and I actually want to hit a Christmas wish list for the Broncos. I want to know what Cecil wants, what you want. I'll tell you what I want. Kevin can tell us what he wants as well. Your answers, welcome on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. And this coming off of you saying last week, hey, you know what I want for Christmas? I want Gabe to retire. Let's just end this nonsense and quit playing this game. And I think you stand on some pretty solid ground with that statement. But let's turn that over now to the Denver Broncos. If you could pick one thing to give them, and there are a couple of different ways you can take this, right? Like, all right, here's what they're going to add in the offseason, and it's going to make them better for this year.
Right.
Or is there something on the team right now that can pop and help them in the final month and their playoff game, maybe, if they find a way to win? So you can take it any different way you want. Mm-hmm. I have a couple of different answers. And like I said, the RamosLaw.com text line are going to give us some of their answers as well. I think first and foremost, I have a couple of these. First on my list is 18 touches a game for Jaleel McLaughlin. That's what I want. Moving forward here over the next month, start with Indy, Los Angeles, Cincinnati, and the Chiefs. 18 touches. I'm not saying carries.
Sure.
I'm saying touches.
Right.
18 touches, be it 15 carries and 3 catches, whatever split you want to do. Give the ball to Jaleel McLaughlin at least 18 times, and I have a very strong feeling that he gives you 100 all-purpose yards with that amount of touches.
Now, we have the same thing on our Christmas wish list, but it's a little bit different for me. So you want the action figure, you want Snake Eyes, I want Duke, right?
Yeah.
I want Audric Estime. I want Audric Estime to be the guy that gets I'll say 20 touches. Okay. I'll be greedy.
Sure.
I'll be greedy. It's Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Your Christmas wish list is not supposed to have, I want some socks. Now, if you get some socks, be grateful. You got some socks. But I want the Rock'em Sock'em robot that is Audric Estime out there leading the way for this Broncos team, because if you run the ball in the way that he can run the ball, Jaleel is different because if he gets those touches, you're expecting explosive big plays, which he can get. With Estime, to me, it's more about the grind. It's more about the trench work that you can do in terms of setting the tone for this team to go to the playoffs. When you get to the playoffs, it's about playing great defense, running the ball. They can do one of those two things. If Audric Estime, 20 touches a game, it's crazy. I know. It's crazy. But I want Audric Estime to get that, because not only is it for this year in this postseason, it's for next year. And are you really going running back in the draft in the first round? Are you really going to try that? Because Audric Estime didn't work out. Your answer for the future of this team, for the positions around Bo Nix, relies on what Estime does these next 4 games.
I like that. And look, even with my scenario of the 18 touches, there's still a handful.
Both of us want him to run the ball, right?
Right. That are there for a guy like Audric Estime. Yeah. Give Bo Nix a legitimate running game, and then what could it look like on offense?
Right.
Because we're going into week 15. Do they have a legitimate running game? You can't say yes to that question.
No, not at all. And I know I've seen some of our YouTube comments. Hi, YouTube, by the way.
What up, YouTubers?
When people are like, Bo doesn't need it. I'm like, you don't know what that would do for Bo. Bo would be so much more deadly and dangerous if, again, you influence the defense by having them stack the line to stuff the run, because Estime or Jaleel's going crazy. And then Bo can kill you when you stack the line against him. He can kill you as a passer, because if you blitz him now, he's already doing that.
Kevin just made a great point in my ear there about what was Peyton, great, good, and then got Edgerrin James and become a real threat in the postseason, and then obviously making runs to AFC championships and the Super Bowls that he did as a coach.
I'll go back and I'll say John Elway. John Elway was fantastic.
Terrell Davis, exactly.
With Sammy Winder, but he got Terrell Davis and he won 2 Super Bowls. All right? You want to be a Super Bowl contender, you get a running game around Bo Nix. And it doesn't mean Nix is any less than.
No.
If you look at the passing attempts this year, did you know that the passing attempts for Bo Nix are more than Justin Herbert? More than Josh Allen.
I did not know that.
Right? And Josh Allen, you think, okay, pretty good. I'm put a pin in that one, right? He's passing the ball at a higher rate than those two. And I think for a rookie quarterback, that's actually a mistake. Sean Payton said before the start of the season, a rookie quarterback's best friend is a great defense and a ground game. Again, you're doing one of those two things, not both.
Yeah, and also I would say to those YouTube commenters that we do love, the Ravens added Derrick Henry. Right? Lamar Jackson
right.
had just won the MVP,
Right.
and you went and got the best running back in the league because you knew you needed to take another step.
Well, and let's look at the big running back moves. Jordan Love, pretty good young quarterback, right?
They got Josh
They got Josh Jacobs, who's balling out of control. Jalen Hurts. Now, there's varying opinions, even from A.J. Brown, more on that later, about Jalen Hurts. They go get Saquon Barkley. So I'm just saying, in this league where defenders are smaller and lighter and faster, run across a blankety-blanker's face.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do, and you need to do it time and time again, or as Marshawn would say, over and over.
Over and over and over and
So good. Kev, can we get the part where he does say the bleep, can we get
You
that
got to
part?
bleep it out, though,
Yeah,
Kev.
yeah.
Kev got a little work on the back end on that one.
Is he not on there?
No, that's just the over and over, and I want to add the all over.
Run
another
across the
bleeper's face.
blankety-blanker's face.
All right, let me finish my chicken fingers. I'll get to it.
Priorities. See, our man's got his priorities back there.
Talking with his mouth full. You got some manners, Kev?
So you and I, our first Christmas wish, kind of the same, just different names.
Yeah.
We want them to run the football. And look, if I saw the Broncos commit to running the ball and it was your guy, Audric Estime,
Yes.
I'd still be okay. I'd be like, oh, well, Cecil got the cooler toy, but at least we both get to use it. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Now, this is the thing about our Christmas wish list for the Broncos. That's just my first ask. That's
Yeah.
not my biggest ask.
Oh.
I got one coming up that's a gem. It's
Okay.
a beauty. And I got to wait. It's you know how you set up when you did your Christmas wish list with your parents and you tried to like sneak it in or here's that BMX bike that I wanted, right? You try to just kind of hint around. You've been pretty good. Santa's watching you. What do you want for Christmas? And so you kind of like just slide it in. You got that Sears catalog or whatever and you slide in that. This next one, I got to work it in. We
Okay.
got to work up
I
to
like
it. But
this.
this is the ultimate Christmas gift,
It's like
and
the,
I want it.
Like I'm thumbing through the East Bay magazine, right? And I'm like, oh,
East
I
Bay
want
was so
those
good.
shorts. I really want those shoes.
Yeah.
I want that new basketball. The lines glow in the dark. I could be outside at midnight shooting hoops. And I also want a chromed out Diamondback Viper with cappies on it. Please get that done. And then my dad's like, wait, did you say a chromed out diamond? That's a $500 bike.
And you're like, yeah, so?
Like, yeah, you can, okay, fine. I don't need the new shoes, but I do want that Viper. Like,
Yeah.
That's what you're about to do to us.
East Bay.
Oh, how about East Bay, right?
I know. The
Dude.
bane of my existence because I'm like, well, I don't have any money. Oh, yeah, East Bay and eBay.
I'll rake,
Comic books and
I
shoes.
will rake everyone's yard in the neighborhood so that I can splurge on the East Bay magazine when it shows up in the mailbox.
Yes.
My second one is something I kind of teased at earlier.
Okay.
I'd like to see Donald Parham in a game. I'd like to see Donald Parham get a jersey and just see what it is. You said he's not they have Kroll out there because he's a special teams guy, and then obviously they have the trust in a Troutman there, and we've even seen Nate Atkins get involved in some of the offensive game planning, but I just want to see it, man. Are we going to go the whole year with a 6'7" tight end on the roster and not see him play when that's one of the biggest holes in the entire roster? I'm not saying it'll work. You know more about him than I do. But I'm saying I'd love to see him get the opportunity because you're getting nothing out of that tight end group. We're going to go 2 straight years, Cecil, with the Denver Broncos producing under 400 yards from the tight end room.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. That's unacceptable is what it is. And why not? You have somebody on the practice squad. Let's just see what it looks like, man. That's my second wish.
And if you get to the postseason, you make him a secret weapon.
Oh, I
We've
like that
talked
too.
about that with Tyler Bidet potentially coming back to the backfield and being the secret weapon for the postseason. It could easily be Donald Parham because of that size-speed combination. He's basically a big wide receiver.
Yeah.
Don't ask him to block. But if you ask him to catch passes over the middle, he's going to do that. You ask him to catch passes in the red zone, he's going to do that. So there's a way to get Parham on the field. And the thing is, that's great, is nobody's got film on him. They'll have film from the Chargers, but you don't have film for the Broncos. And if you can debut that during the playoffs, you make yourself even more deadly and more dangerous because it's an added wrinkle. They know what you can do, but they don't know that you can do this. So if you can do that with Donald Parham, I like that. That's a good second ask. It's not your last ask, though, right?
No, it's not my last ask.
Okay.
Not my
All right.
last. But
All right.
it is a big one because he's a big fella.
Okay. I have a second wish list.
Okay.
And this isn't the big one either. The big one is my third ask.
Okay.
My second wish list for Christmas is please, for the love of God, Riley Moss get healthy.
Oh, that's on my list too. Yes.
I saw it in the catalog. Please, Riley Moss. Riley Moss is a top 12 corner in this game.
Uh-huh.
Like, that is what he is in his second season, and he didn't even play as a rookie very much. So it's been fantastic. His growth and development has been even more accelerated than Nick Benito, who might be the best defensive player in the game today. So for me, it's based off what you saw against the Browns. You've got some receivers that are a concern. We're going to get more into Josh Downs and Alec Pierce. It's not just Michael Pittman with the Indianapolis Colts. They got a trio, and they got a couple of tight ends. And, Jonathan Taylor. You go against the Chargers. Okay, maybe that's Josh Palmer, Quentin Johnson. I don't know. Ladd McConkey might be healthy. Cincinnati. My God, Cincinnati. Everyone all in love with T. Higgins. And I mean, he's a number 2, but still, and he's hurt all the time. But you got T. Higgins? You want Levi Wallace on T. Higgins? That's not great, Bob. And Kansas City notwithstanding, but you got to worry about Travis Kelce, of course, and Noah Brown there, Noah Gray. But, I want Riley Moss to be healthy because I know this team can be more of a force in the playoffs if they make it there, if Riley Moss is healthy. If Riley Moss isn't healthy, whoever that is, Chris Abrams-Drain, Levi Wallace, whoever, they're getting picked on all the time. Riley Moss can stand up to the bully. The quarterbacks are bullies because they want to stay away from PS2. So quarterbacks bully the other corner. Well, the other corner is Riley Moss, and he's really damn good.
Yep. Yeah, that was literally, I wrote that down as one of mine. A healthy Riley Moss is something that I absolutely need. And my bigger one, and this is, it's like, all right, have we seen small glimpses into it? Yes. Has it been enough? Absolutely not. And will it continue to give us small glimpses? I don't even know, but it's something that I'm asking for here. I want some legitimate proof that Marvin Mims is a joker. I want to continue to see this develop into what Sean has traditionally used in his joker. Now, we've seen him use running back and a tight end. Can he do it with a wide receiver that can line up in the backfield, that can do some special team stuff? He's never going to line up in that tight end spot, but can be in that slot role. I want more proof that Marvin Mims is the joker, and I need that answer by January 4th, 5th, whenever they decide that last game is.
Right.
Because if not, my draft priorities may change a little bit. That's a big one for me. I need Marvin Mims to continue this evolution of turning into Sean Payton's latest joker.
As we're discussing this, that was your final ask?
Yep.
That's your final answer? I have discovered something about us as we continue to do this show.
What?
And we continue to learn more about each other. You're the kid that didn't ask for as much as you could have.
Oh, really?
I'm the opposite.
I had 5 siblings. I'm like, they gotta get some too, you know.
Okay, I got a little something.
Yeah.
I have 2 siblings. And hi, Marlita. Hi, Carrie. Carrie actually might be listening.
Oh, what's up, Carrie?
So what's up, Carrie? I'm going to ask for something that's pretty big.
Okay. I love this.
I'm gonna ask for it all. You already know what I'm going to ask for. I want a Super Bowl. All I want for Christmas is a Super Bowl.
You want it this year?
I want it this year.
Wow.
Because here's the thing. Even Kev's shocked. With Sean Payton's comments, and my dear friend Chris Thomason from the Denver Gazette. What's up, Chris?
Talk about
Chris
it. Real
listens.
OG.
He does.
Chris is
he
a
does.
real one.
He used to cover the Nuggets in the day.
But when I first started, he was covering the Nuggets.
Yeah,
That's how I met Chris.
Yeah. So Chris is a real OG.
You want to talk about asking the tough questions? He is down.
And he does it with a smile.
Yeah.
So he asked Sean Payton yesterday about like a winning record. You know, hey, what would it mean to have a winning record? And it's not very long. I think it's about 19 seconds. But Sean Payton's answer tells you everything you need to know about Sean Payton and about this team and about where they're going. And I'm getting chills just talking about it.
Here's his answer.
I don't know that one person downstairs, myself included, have thought about right now this team just having a winning season. I understand the question and I appreciate it, but I think our aspirations are a little higher.
Wow.
I think our aspirations
chills.
are a little higher. And he's not talking about playoffs, girl.
Yeah.
He's talking about the ultimate prize in the National Football League. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, and it's a Christmas wish list. You're wishing. You're hoping and wishing.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you're doing. I want a Super Bowl this year, not later on. I want it this year, mainly so all the Bo Nix haters can shut the hell up, because that would be so great. Like, he's a 6th quarterback, and he's the 3rd-round grade, and he's sitting there hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. Sean Payton, this one's for me, right? And Bo Nix, and hey, praise the Lord, he got it done, right? And I want that Super Bowl this year because here's the thing. I'm not going to predict that. I'm not saying that. Don't at me, bro. Lammy's crazy. He's talking Broncos Super Bowl.
We're making wish lists here.
Nobody in that building. Broncos Park powered by Common Spirit. I want to look it up. Nobody in that building is saying they can't win the Super Bowl. Nobody. Nobody, buddy. This isn't a situation where they're like, hey, it's so nice to be here. It's really nice to have 8 wins. Golly gee whiz, we've got 8 wins, and we might have a winning record. Again, Chris, great question, but a smashing answer from Sean Payton, because he just told you this isn't about having a winning season. This isn't about going to the playoffs. This is about the ultimate prize that he has his eyes on, and it can happen this year. If you make the dance, anything can happen. I know Buffalo is tough, all right? And
Sure.
I'm not going to say that it's not, but I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the Bills. Why are we afraid of the Bills? Sean McDermott, he'll screw it up. Right now, they could
That's
drop
all he's
41
ever
on you.
done.
Exactly. They could drop 41 on you, and you could score 10. It could be like the Baltimore game. I'm not afraid of Baltimore because you hear all this stuff because everyone's talking playoff predictions, and the Broncos need the 5 seed. No, give them the 7 seed. Give this. I want to go on the road in every single game and kick everybody's ass and go to the Super Bowl. You know what road game I want? New Orleans. Because that's where the Super Bowl's at.
Oh, yeah.
So bring on that road game in the playoffs.
Look at that,
Hey,
Steve.
road game, 4th road game in New Orleans. Make a run. If it's a Christmas wish list, I want it all. So again, you had the 5 siblings.
Yeah.
You had to ask for so much.
Right.
I'm a little wild-eyed.
Yeah, you're
and I'm
getting
the
greedy a
baby
bit.
of the family. Are you the baby? You're not the baby.
The oldest. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, yeah, I didn't get anything. I was the babysitter is what I was.
Okay, all right. Well, as the baby of the family, I can tell you, one, it's awesome. I'm so sorry you're the oldest. But as the baby, I can tell you, I kind of get what I want.
Yeah, that's nice.
I want a Super Bowl.
That's real nice. I do have an amendment. I have one more. This actually might be my biggest one.
Okay.
I want those he got game 12s from Sean Payton. Straight to my mailbox, Sean.
Okay.
Size 12.
All right.
Let's get that going.
All right. He got game 12s.
They're back now, and that's like the one Jordan I've never had that I've
Really?
always wanted.
Really?
I love that shoe. And I was poor most of my life, but and now like I need a new washer. So you're like, oh, what do? He got games, or do I get a new washer?
Right. As someone who spends way too much time looking at more cars to buy.
yeah.
You're thinking about renting a car? Like, girl, just take one of mine. Like,
Yeah, I do. They told me yesterday it's going to be a month without my truck. A month to fix a bumper.
all right. Good thing I got 6 cars. You can have them.
I might have to hit you up for that, for real.
Can you drive a stick?
Yeah. Heck,
Okay. Because like James needed a car or something. I was like, just take one of mine. I was like, take my Jeep because his Jeep was in the shop or whatever. He's like, I can't drive a stick.
James can't.
James can't
Come
drive a
on,
stick.
Marilat.
Come on, Marilat.
Kevin?
I never learned
Oh, my goodness.
What's the matter?
because everything was going automatic. I was like, well, what do I need to learn a stick for then?
You never know, dude.
Because you might
never
have to drive a stick.
When?
We rented a car in Mexico when we went to Mexico last year and I got stuck in the hurricane. Our Jeep was a stick. And they didn't have very manual or
They didn't have automatic.
automatic rental cars out there.
You're totally not a car guy. They didn't have the non-manual transmission.
Yeah. You know when you just pull the lever? That's the one I do,
If I go to D, but is it D in Spanish? Is that the same?
Right.
Yeah.
It was cool driving around a Jeep. We took the sides off.
Dude, there's nothing better.
Cozumel driving around an island.
Nothing better.
It was pretty
You
sweet.
kidding me? There's an island in Texas that has like a 30-mile
Corpus Christi?
beach, I believe so, where you can drive your Jeep. You can like go camp and just kind of live on the beach.
Corpus Christi is actually, you got to go to Texas, which kind of stinks, but the place Corpus Christi is outstanding.
Is outstanding.
It's Corpus Christi. Well, they have like Texas A&M Corpus Christi campus, I think.
All I want to do is go drive on that beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the Jeep to do it. Like drive on the beach, start a bonfire.
Yeah.
We're toasting stuff, you know what I mean?
Exactly. No worries when you got a Jeep.
That's
man.
right.
No worries. So that's our Christmas wish list, and I think it's honestly, I think all of them are doable.
More than fair, right? I like that you got greedy. I need to remember that when I'm making my real Christmas list this year. Okay. I don't have 5 siblings I have to worry about anymore.
Okay.
So, Kelsey, I want another Tundra.
Well, it's
And a Bo Nix jersey.
And a Bo Nix jersey.
okay. All right. Another Tundra. Well, hey, you said get greedy, right?
That's right, man.
It's a great truck. You have a great truck, man. It's a fantastic truck. So get greedy on the text line. And hi, YouTube, and our YouTube comments. How you doing?
What up, guys?
Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you never miss a vid. Tell us what you want for your Broncos Christmas wish list. And yeah, get greedy. I think I asked for the ultimate prize.
Sure. But again,
it's
I think
fine.
it's a wish list. Like you're asking,
Yeah.
hey, here's what I want.
Right.
Can you deliver it to me or
Well,
not?
and again, there's nobody in that building that's like, nah, we can't win it this year.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is saying that, and they legit can go to the playoffs. So you're telling me a team with a coach that's already won a Super Bowl, a team with a quarterback who is a franchise quarterback, take that, Bo Nix haters, and everyone's on the same page of like, we could go, and no one's going to give him, except Colin Cowherd, no one's going to give him any sort of chance. Every single game they play in oh man, they got to go to Pittsburgh, and James Merrill will be wearing his Russell Wilson jersey and waving his terrible towel. Like, that's fine. Beat them down, beat you down. That's what you got to do, Kev.
Well, wasn't Brock Purdy a rookie a couple years ago when they faced in the NFC Championship to the Eagles? Remember, he
You're
got
the
hurt?
research guy.
But I'm trying to think right off the top of my head. He was a rookie,
I
and
think
then he
you're
got
right
hurt
about
in the
this.
NFC Championship
Well,
game.
there's a ton of stories from years past where rookie Ben Roethlisberger was 15-1 and went to the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
And it was the Patriots that got him. But like you've had these stories. Don't think a rookie can't make it to the Super Bowl. Don't think a rookie can't make it to the AFC title game.
I mean, we were just talking about how important the running game is.
Yeah.
You find some form of a running game. You have the defense. You have Bo turning into even a better player over the next 4 months.
Yep.
We've been saying it for 2 months now. They would be a very dangerous, if not the most dangerous team in the playoffs.
And you're playing with house money.
Yeah, you have nothing to lose. You're not supposed to win any of those games.
Right. Because
You're
everyone's
not even
like,
supposed to be there.
like Dante and Clerks. I'm not even supposed to be here today.
I love when you do the Clerks references.
It's
Those
so
are my
awesome.
favorite
It's so
ones.
awesome.
Somebody's still on this. 303-903. Come on,
Okay.
man. You think they picked their schedule here? I hate this.
Oh,
they
boy.
need to get a win above a 500 team before anyone can start saying Super Bowl. They didn't make the schedule. In fact, it was how crappy they were the last 2 years that made the schedule. So they can't control that. Have a better take. Jesus, that is just absolutely terrible. I just can't stand it. I don't understand why
It's
that's
the
still a
only
point.
thing that Bo Nix haters have left. Because all the Bo Nix haters, and we've heard them, Lord knows we've heard them. Some of them have microphones, and all they have left is, well, they haven't played anybody, or they've given up. I've heard Bo Nix haters straight give up now. I don't know. I mean, whatever. Like, it's Bo Nix and dirt. Like, come on, man. Have a take, don't suck.
That's right.
And we can't do this. Like, they can't create their own schedule.
No.
So just forfeit every game except for these 4 games, right? Do these 4 games pass the grade?
Right.
I know whatever Cincinnati's record is, and okay, does that matter? Does the Colts game matter? Does the Chargers game matter? If they face a Chiefs team that plays Carson Wentz for 2 quarters, does that matter? Like, come on, man. They got to play who's in front of them, and they've won 8 games.
Yeah.
4 games left. Go win, and then go win it all. Why not?
They have the same record as the Baltimore Ravens. We're looking for reasons to complain about this football team.
Right.
That's in year 1 of Bo Nix and has the same record as the Baltimore Ravens and the reigning MVP.
Right.
Stop your complaining.
You have the
Look
number
at the
1
world
quarterback
we're coming out of now.
Right.
Right. What are we doing here?
Well, and it's not like, this is a huge conversation, dude. We haven't just got a little flash and, football nerds like me are saying, no, watch that one throw and then this and that and blah, blah, blah. If you can't see Bo Nix as an absolute superstar, and I'm sorry, you just don't know football.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Think about where we've come from